and welcome to JOAH Beauty. Today I'm starting a series of videos called It's New to Me. This is because I was at my CVS last week and I came across a couple brands that I hadn't heard of. Now, that's not uncommon. I don't know every freaking brand out there, please. I noticed that NYX was no longer there and neither was Wet n Wild, I believe. It seemed to be replaced by two other brands, JOAH and The Cream Shop. And in all honesty, I bought a bunch of products from each. I did a video and the video turned out like crap. So I decided like, I'm not uploading this bullshit. I'm like only gonna give you like, you know, medium janky crap. Like right now, the cats are like everywhere making noise. One is in a bag. Another's literally licking tissue paper that's on the floor. Hang on. So like I was saying, I did this crappy video. I hated it. I deleted it. It's gone. No one will ever see it. I did find a couple things I liked from the brand JOAH. I didn't like anything from the Cream Shop. It was just not for me. Didn't work with my skin. I didn't like the quality of the products. Wasn't my, no. But from JOAH, I did find a couple things. So I went back today, bought a few more things, and I thought I would try and do as much of a full face with their products as I could. So let's begin. I'm gonna prime my face with Charlotte Tilbury's The Magic Cream. I know it's bougie and expensive and I'm using all drugstore brands here, but this stuff works well. So I think to give these products their best shot, I might as well use a good base. So I'm gonna go in with this. It's basically a very expensive moisturizer, which is fine, but it really does something nice to like your foundation, your base products. I'll give Charlotte her due. She puts out some fine products. I don't love all of them, and you don't have to love every product from every brand. Our favorite brands always have some duds, but this here, stupid expensive primer, it's a good one. And of course, like always, this hair has got to go back. It's not a cute look, but it'll do. So the first thing I'm going to go in with is from JOAH. Now the dog is in here. What are you doing, Griffin? Just go lay down. Now that everybody's mostly settled in, I'm going to go in with the JOAH Yours Truly Natural Finish Foundation Drop in the color Nude Beige. I had the, I want to say it was like Natural Ivory the other day. That was like white on my face. White. So I went up 2 shades as far as I could tell in the store. And let's see here. So we have a dropper. I'm going to put on my dampened beauty blender just 2 drops. Oh, it comes out in a big glob. Oh, let's put a little bit on the back of my hand because that's a lot to go in with. I'm going to use my little mirror over here. Sorry. And let's see. Oh yeah, that color is much better than the one I had the other day. That's a really nice color. Is this mirror in the way? How's she ever gonna get good at this, huh? You guys are sports for sticking with me. Speaking of that, thank you for watching me. I really appreciate it. As you know, I'm a mom of 2 boys. So if you have a mom, tell her I have a channel. Ask her to watch. We moms gotta stick together. This is really pretty. So it's like a satin finish. It's not matte, it's not dewy, it's just in between. You know, one of those your skin but better. Who doesn't like that? It seems to be going on very nicely. And it's like a nice sheer, lightweight, very, well, there you go, there's a drip. So there you go, that's what it's actually like. The first glop was something. But this here, I barely feel it on the skin, which is nice. We don't want to feel it at all. At least I don't. I don't want to know that my makeup is there. I really like this. And I'm I'm just going to keep on pouncing and blending and pouncing and blending, because that's how you get more of a natural look, letting the Beauty Blender do its job. Put down product, pick up extra product. This is a really good color for me. And you know, I'm not much of a drugstore foundation girl. What I hope is that this isn't going to oxidize. I don't want it changing color. I want it staying just this color here. I could always like shear it out a little bit with some beauty oils, or even a little bit of a liquid even a little bit of a liquid moisturizer. Because it does give, that's like a medium to full coverage. And I do like that. Yeah, pretty. I like it. So for the JOAH Yours Truly, I think this is a nice, nice drugstore foundation. Oh, someone is doing yard work. This is the JOAH Brow Down to Me Brow Pencil, Precision Brow Pencil in the color Cool Taupe. Cute packaging. How much time do we spend trying to get into packaging until you rip it apart like you're a freaking savage? I know. Like, oh, sweet Jesus. There we go. Cute little pencil. Spoolie on one end. Ooh, retractable, really fine on that end, which I like that a lot, so I can draw in those little hair-like strokes like I need to. All right, let's see what we can do with this catastrophe I call eyebrows. Oh, let me warm it up on my hand. There we go, get it going. There we go. Okay. So this is in Cool Taupe, which seems to be a nice match for me. It's a firmer, not as waxy as very often these pencils can be. I like this. What I need to learn to do is go in with a slightly lighter hand that I'm not good at. Let's comb this through, see what we're getting here so far. I don't know, what do you think? I think the color is pretty good. I could never understand why a lot of YouTube beauty gurus would say, all right, I'm gonna do my brows off camera and I'll be right back. I know why now, because it's boring and it takes forever. I'm gonna do my brows off camera and I'll be right back. Well, this is an example of you can always add more, but you can't take away. I went in a little heavy-handed on this side, and this side here, I went in with a lighter hand, and I think this has come out nicely. This here's a little dark. I'm gonna try and see if I can, you know, calm it down a little bit, but I really like this pencil. I really like it. Okay, so I didn't do such a good job at taming this one down, but I really like this brow pencil a lot. I think it was probably like around $8. I don't even remember. Everything I got there was, you know, very inexpensive. It was drugstore prices, so I'm super happy with this. I'm definitely gonna go back and pick up another one of these, although I think I got the last one in this color, so I'll have to go to another store, but I really like this. I am going to just put those brows in place with my CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow Gel in clear. I really enjoyed this from my last drugstore haul. I think it worked great. I think it really held my brows nicely and helps, you know, like define the hairs. And yeah, we know brows aren't my thing. It's an ongoing chore to get that game together. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a concealer. This is the JOAH Truly Yours Dark Circle Conceal. This is the one I got right here. And it is in the color Fair. I wanted it, now this is kind of like the Maybelline one. So I gotta load it up. There we go. Oh, I see it coming through. You see it coming through? Oh, there it is. I, of course, wanted it to be a little lighter than the foundation, so we're going to see how much lighter it is. Oh, yeah, it's lighter. And I'm not sure how. Now, you know, I like to always pat this in. This is pretty much the only thing I do on my face with my hands. Didn't we all used to put our foundation on with our fingers? I mean, isn't that all how we grew up? And then we went to those nice little white triangle sponges, those little disposable sponges. And then somehow Beauty Blender came into our lives. Okay, so that isn't as scary full coverage as I was thinking it was going to be. I don't like a super full coverage. Now, I do like, if I have any discoloration, I of course want that to be covered up, but I don't like it so full coverage that it isn't, you know, meshing well with my foundation, because I rarely do a full coverage foundation. So full coverage eyes with medium foundation looks weird on me. Okay, this is okay, but it's not like, I don't know, it's not like filling in right here, which is where I have my darkness. Let's do a little highlighting on the bridge of the nose and on the forehead and on the chin. Well, let's see how we like that. And sometimes by just letting it sit on your face for a minute, like I am under my eyes, it will actually set down nicer. Okay, let's just pat that in a little bit. What do we think? Are we covering those little areas there? Slightly. Well, it's definitely not as good as my Dior, so there's that. It's pretty though. For drugstore concealer, it's not bad. Yeah, I think it did some brightening. It did decent concealing. I mean, I can still see under my eyes a little bit of darkness, and I don't have very dark under eyes, so I don't feel like this is a dark circle conceal. If you really have darkness under your eyes, I don't think that this is going to be the product for you. But for just a general, everyday, casual conceal, I think it's fine. I'm gonna quick set my eyes. I'm of course gonna use my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I know it works nicely, and I wanna give these under eyes their best chance of having the concealer work all day long, so I will use a powder that I trust. There we go. I just set the areas that I concealed. I think it looks nice. We're doing well so far. The next product I have is the Be My Everything Blush and Bronze Palette. This reminds me of that Marc Jacobs palette, where it's kind of like it goes like a highlighter to a cheek color to a bronze all in one, which is kind of, I don't know, I feel like that can be kind of a muddy mess. You've really got to stay in your lane in order to make sure you're, you know, doing the right thing. So I'm going to start with the bronzer, and let's see how we like it. Get out this brush here, stick to the edge, so I'm only, look at that, the bronze is right there. I'm going to stick to that very edge right there. Okay, it's a little hard to get some color payoff on here. This is a clean brush. Okay, I'm getting a little bit. It's very powdery. Let's, oh, okay. Do a little tap in there. Let's warm up the perimeter of the face. I guess this is a nice palette, if you're just starting out. So if you're, you know, really young and you don't, you know, have the money to go buying one, you know, palette that's bronze, or one palette that's cheeks, one that's highlighter. So I think this was $13.99. So this is an affordable little set. Or if you're traveling and you don't want to have to take, you know, everything with you. but these are all like very neutral shades. Okay, the next one is the kind of this peach blush in the center here. I'm gonna try and stick to that, hopefully. Let's see how we do. Oh, see, I'm getting bronzer on my blush brush. I don't want that. I don't want bronzer on the apples of my cheeks. I don't feel like I'm getting much blush coming off on here. Do you see anything? Maybe this is going to be a very natural day. And, you know, maybe that's the point of these products. Maybe these are for a very natural look, which I'm always down for that. I mean, who's doing pandemic glam? There's not a whole lot of it. Yeah, I think I'm getting very little payoff here in the cheek color. It's definitely very natural. Make sure I get the tip of my nose and my chin pretty well. Yeah, it's very natural. And honestly, there are natural girls out there. I've seen them. I know they exist. So they'd probably like this. While we are still in that palette, let's go in and use the highlighter shade here. Now, I want to see if this is glowy. That seems kind of just like a powdery mess. All right, I'll put it on the high points. Okay, if they are calling this highlighter, then I will believe them. Okay, there I am seeing some. Do you see it? I think I see it. You know what the thing about highlighters for me? It's when I see my texture. And that tells me right here, I need to go in with some of my salicylic acid. Tip my nose. Do right in between my eyebrows since I'm not wearing glasses right now. It's a cute area to highlight, but when I wear glasses, you don't see it. There we go. Let's get right here. All right, so I think it's a nice, natural looking glow. Okay, next up, I have the eye palette in Birthday Suit. Spoiler alert, I tried this already in the video that I scrapped, and I did not love this, so we're gonna give it a second chance. I did prime my eyes with my Painterly paint pot. I did find that this second shade here, which I assumed was going to be a transition shade, was actually pretty glowy. So that's not what I want. This must be like money. It's $3 signs, this one right here. That's probably the transition shade, but for me, that's a little dark. So I'm gonna go in just with this bone shade here that, do you see? Can you see like how dusty that is? I don't love that at all. Ugh. I mean, if it had high pigment payoff, then it would be fine, but it doesn't. All right, so I'm just, whoo, that's pretty light. I'm just gonna go in with that to set down a transition slash base of color. Now we can make anything work. I mean, even the worst of palettes, you can make it work. It just might take a little longer. So I think I'm gonna go in with this third shade here, Rose. I know it's gonna be metallic-y. I don't have much choice in the matter. Ugh. All right, you know what? I will, yeah, I'll go in. Ooh. Now that has a lot of pigment. All right, just in the crease here. And I think that first color I put down, which I thought was gonna be matte, it actually wasn't. I think this whole palette is pretty shimmery. And I need mattes. I can't do a full shimmer look. I have to have some mattes for transitions and for blending. And this is not giving me that at all. So I'd have to use another palette with this if I were going to use this on the regular or any other time. But all right, we at least got a little bit of a transition shade going there. No matter how bad your shadows are, just keep blending. Don't stop blending. Blend longer than you think you need to, because that's what's actually going to make it work out in the end, is just working that color. Work it, work it, work it, work it, work it. Yeah, okay, it's fine. I think since we already have kind of this natural look going, I will go with this color here. I'm gonna use a little denser brush so that I can maintain the color. Look how dusty that is. So I can, you know, kind of keep the color in the area that I want. And just on the outer edge here and into the crease a little bit. Just darkening it up a little bit so we have kind of this like tonal gradient on our eyes. Oh, and look at all this fallout on my face. Whew. So like I said, just keep blending. Blend, 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 blend. Blend, 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 blend. And then blend some more. Oh, I can't take all of that that is like under my eye right now. Let's just, you see all that fallout under there? Oh, whisk that away. That's another reason for making sure you powder right after your concealer, because you can whisk powder away that's on top of powder. If my concealer was just bare, there's no way it would have just stuck and I would have had a giant mess. All right, so. Look at that powdery mess. I'm gonna go back in with this shade here and do under my eyes, just to try and bring it all together, because I don't want it. That shade that I had used last, the $3 signs, was too dark. Oops. So I'm going back in with, this is the shade Rose. This was my kind of transition color. There we go. Now, normally I would hope that there would be like a really nice dark color that I could use to kind of tight line, kind of like make an eyeliner. I'm worried about this. Ooh, cross our fingers. Let's see what happens, because I don't know what we're gonna get. I will tell you, I have a lot of powder from this falling out. I can feel it on my waterline, and it's really bugging me. All right, so I'm gonna use this here flat definer brush, and I'm gonna pick up some color and then tap it off, pick up some more, tap it off. And I'm just gonna go in at the lash line here to kind of define my lashes. Go back in again. Ugh, all this fallout. Can you see all this fallout happening on my upper cheek there? Oh my God. This shit is a no for me. This is just too powdery. It doesn't go exactly where you put it. It kind of fluffs out and goes wherever it wants. So I guess we're gonna have to kind of go with that and, you know, make it a little like smokier than I normally would, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, I wanted this to be like a, kind of like a, you know, tighter, just to make my lashes look darker, but instead I will smudge it out. So, all right, I will use this nice little smudger brush here to just go, and it'll diffuse that color in the lash line, and it'll blend it. See, we can make anything work. It just takes a little extra time and sometimes changing what your idea was that your look was going to be, we just have to adjust a little bit. I'm going to use this brush here because it's fluffier, and wipe away. Yeah, so I was able to wipe it all away. It didn't leave any streaks, thank goodness. Okay, so here we are so far. I'm going to go back in with the first color here, Bubbly. You see that one? And that's what I'm going to use for my inner corner highlight because it is so bright. We can, oh my God, look at how much is on there. Oh. Just going to go in on the corners and wake up the eye. There we go, eyes awake. Their mascara section was completely sold out, so that leads me to believe that they might have some good mascaras. So the next time I see them, I will pick them up so I can give them a shot, see if I like them. We know I love mascara, it's one of my favorite things, so this brand definitely deserves a shot. I mean, we're having our ups and downs right now, right? Ups and downs. I'm gonna go in and set the face a little more. Today I'm gonna use my JOAH powder in Fair. This is a nice powder. It's very light. It doesn't come off very powdery. Doesn't give you that cake face. I like it a lot. And since this is a natural look we have going here, let's kind of keep the rest of the face looking natural. I definitely think I'm gonna have to go back in again though with that blush palette or blush bronze highlight palette because it just feels like it's wearing, it's not there, right? I'm using a slightly denser brush, so hopefully that'll pick up a little more product and put it down. What do we think? Are we getting a little more? We're getting a little more? I don't know. I might look crazy on camera. Who knows with this? Okay, this is pretty much as far as I can go. So I'm going to do my lashes. I'll curl and just use my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Hair is down, eyes are done. I'm gonna do my lips now, and I have the Lip Candy Auto Lip Liner in the color Rose, which I like a rose. And then I have the Matte Velvet Lipstick. It's called Smackaroon. In the color, I just looked at this, Sorbet. So I'm gonna put these two together. I don't know if they're gonna work together. We'll see what we got. I like the lip liner very much. It's a pretty color, goes on nice and smooth. So I didn't fill in the lips entirely, but I did fill them more than just lining. I'm gonna go in now with the Smackaroon. The color looks pretty. Let's see what we get. Okay. Let's see. They didn't have many colors to choose from. The rest were all like pretty nudes, like leaning very beige, and that just like totally washes out my face, so I really don't use those colors much anymore except for dotting in the center of my lip. And because this is brighter, I'm only patting it on. I'm not and doing that gives me a nice natural looking lip. So it is a matte, it does have a dry feeling, but my lips don't feel like tight or anything. I can obviously go over top with a gloss. If I want to wake it up, I could even, you know, I could even take these little powders here, especially since they're shimmers, and just dab them on the center of the lip. Although who knows if these powders are even... Yeah, these powders aren't even, you know, that great to do that either. But it does give me a little bit of dimension. So what do we think about this overall natural face from JOAH? I'm pretty happy with the foundation. I just want to keep an eye on the shade to make sure it doesn't oxidize throughout the day and get any darker, because I think this is, at least looking in the mirror here, it looks like a really good match for my skin. I really like this eyebrow pencil. We know what a challenge I have with my eyebrows. I'm gonna keep giving this concealer a try. I think for, you know, a natural look, it's not bad. It's kind of good. I do not love this Birthday Suit eyeshadow dusty palette. I think we've established this is a no for me. And then this here, yeah. And then this here, the Be My Everything blush and, was it blush and bronzing palette? I think it's, not only is it a little too natural for me, but it's a little too glowy. I don't need everything. I don't need my eyes glowing with my cheeks, with, you know, highlight. It's a little too much glow for me. I don't mind this. I'll give this a shot again, although I do have other, you know, things similar to this that I like a little better. But I do like this lip liner a lot, and I think the color is really pretty. I could even just wear it alone, and then it would be a velvet matte look. Or I could put a little lip gloss over it. But overall, I think we've, you know, gotten a pretty natural look. Thank you so much for being with me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell for notifications. I upload 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 12:15. Thank you so much for being with me.